One of my pet peeves when it comes to social selling is the problem is so many people are doing it now, and they don't realize that in order to social sell, you first have to have the social part, not just the sale part. And so what happens is they friend you on social, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and they wait in their mind eternity, 3 hours, 1 day, and then they're giving you their pitch. They're giving you their email from a social standpoint. Instead of what I try to encourage people to do is like, if I want to get connected to somebody from a social selling standpoint, I'm going to friend them. I'm going to like their stuff. I'm going to engage with their stuff, give it a couple weeks of that, let them see my feed or my face pop up in their feed, because guess what? I'm on their notifications every other day. And then I'll go in for a non-ask and just, hey, really love your stuff. And then I'll go in for an ask. And then guess what? They see, think about this in the history of the messages. If you go in, you compliment somebody and you wait 3 weeks, then you go in with an ask, guess what they're also seeing above? They're seeing your compliment. They're seeing that you've engaged with them before.
Jimmy Coleman, we did a whole episode with him on LinkedIn, right? Which is kind of what you're talking about. He walks through LinkedIn, one of the best I think we've heard in terms of tangible tips for using LinkedIn. But he said something very similar. So whenever they would connect with somebody, he goes, what happens right away? For most salespeople, you get a message right away asking them for something or spouting off how many clients they've worked with. Whereas what their company does is they'll do the connection, they'll do the likes, and then they'll do the comments. So you're popping up in the notifications. Then they'll go one step further and endorse that person for a skill, which automatically brings up the ability to say thanks. Now you've got your prospects actually starting a conversation with you.
It's brilliant.
And they'll go through and do that for 50 to 70 people a day. And then they even talked about doing voice messages or video messages, which still is not I'm not seeing a ton of voice messages or video messages in LinkedIn, which is interesting because after he said it, oh, maybe this is something that all marketers are going to, or all salespeople are going to get a hands on right away. I'm still not seeing a ton of that.
No, I think it's because salespeople are ultimately, they want to be as efficient as possible, and sometimes they're lazy, and so they're copying and pasting their messages. The other thing is that people have got to understand about social selling is in today's world, you have no excuse for not trying to find something personal, not trying to connect on a relational level before you go in. So many people are like, Luke, stumbled across your profile here, see that you love marketing, and I'm trying to expand my network. I mean, it's not very hard to go, hey, I checked out, I saw you have a great podcast. I really enjoyed this episode. Like, it's not hard, and it makes all the difference. One message I'm going to ignore, the other message I'm going to pay attention to because it's actually something personal in my world.